we're joined by Grant Evans, Pollock's defender. It's how's it been going through lockdown recently? Obviously it's been a tough time for everybody, but how have you been dealing with it?
It's been alright. Obviously it's been tough for everybody. I've been working through most of it. I've only had 3 weeks off during it, so that's kind of keep me busy. But I think it's been tough when no football and all that. I think a lot of the boys have been suffering for it. Just missing the changing room and kind of missing the banter and just the getting together and the fitness as well, because I know a lot of the boys are out, everybody, as you see it on the Twitter and all that, you know, everyone's on kind of doing their 5Ks and doing all their running, but you can't beat, you know what I mean, the football, the competitiveness and all that, and I think the quicker it's back the better, to be honest.
Yeah, well hopefully it's coming back soon. I think they've started introducing training back, the next step's going to be introducing training back.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I've heard, we're maybe going to go back in August at some point. I think when you speak to the manager, Murdy was saying that probably start off a couple of nights a week, just try to get the boys back into it, because it's still quite a while away before the game, so you don't want to kind of get everyone in too early and bore them and stuff. So, but I think it's the most important thing is everyone's health and safety, so the well-being of the players is the most important thing. So once they get the green light, I think ready to go. I think everyone's ready to crack on with it, to be honest.
Yeah. You were talking about well-being there. Obviously with the lockdown, mental health could be taking a bit of a rise, and you've been a bit of an advocate for mental health awareness recently. Is that something you'd like to touch on?
It's just, I think everybody kind of suffers from mental health issues, whether it's a wee bit of anxiety or, you know what I mean, just getting down now and then, and there's a lot of folk maybe living themselves, living alone, and for all ages and stuff like that, and I think everybody will be suffering now, you know what I mean? Like I was saying to the manager the other day about, you know, there's a lot of guys that come to watch the junior football, and you go to a lot of the grounds, a lot of them are older, and that's what they look forward to all week. That's their day out. They go to the pub, or they come down and they watch the game, they get to see the players, and then they go to the pub after the game and have a wee talk about it, whether it's a good or bad result. Usually probably slagging me, but I think everybody's suffering. I think the kids are starting to suffer as well now. They're getting cooked up all the time, and personally it's been hard as well, like just nothing to do in your days off and just trying to kind of keep yourself ticking over, running and keeping fit's a great way of keeping your mental health in check as well, and not being able to do that and not being able to kind of interact with the boys and stuff. It's been difficult. I think everybody's the same, but I think if everyone just kind of opens up a wee bit and starts kind of talking to each other and stuff, you know what I mean, it goes a long way to help. And I was probably just bored one day because I was in the house and I kind of had a wee rant on Facebook about it, but I think everybody's kind of more aware about it now, and you see a lot of clubs and that getting involved and stuff like that, and it's encouraging to see.
So it's, as you say, obviously once the training's back together, you're with the rest of the guys, that will, if some people are suffering, maybe a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but once they're out training again, it will probably help them more, you know, with their mental health.
Aye, definitely, it's no easy. It's like, I think football's always been kind of seen as a kind of butch sport and all that, isn't it? And it's no easy. People opening up and stuff like that, and I'm not saying everybody's got issues and stuff like that, but you know, I suffer from anxiety and stuff like that, and I think a lot of people do. And it's just about, like you're saying, it's about communicating, talking, and just kind of opening up and seeing other people. You find out that you're not actually the only one. Like, you speak to the guy next to you and he's like, oh I get that as well, and you're like, oh. So I think it's important, and I've always been quite open about it. I suffer really bad for it, but I do. Everybody, and I think everybody does. But in times like this, it's no easy.
And moving on back onto the football, it's obviously it's a new start for Pollock as part of the West of Scotland Football League. What's your expectations of this new setup?
I don't know. It's exciting. I think at the start I was a wee bit wasn't too sure about it all, but now that it's kind of set in stone, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. There's a lot of games to be played. I mean, 38 league games from October onwards, so it's going to be tough. I don't know if we're going to look at that and see if there's other way around it. I don't know. I've not heard anything, but it's going to be tough. You know what I mean? Players be playing quite a lot of games and stuff like that, but again, it's exciting. Like, you can't complain that you're not getting any football, and then when the football comes back, you get too much football. So I think it's important. There was a change because it was kind of getting stagnant, and there's a lot of teams looking to progress, and you look at teams like, I mean, you're looking at a lot of guys that are spending a lot of money now, and they're bringing in big players, so they're going for it, and I think that's exciting as well. So aye, look forward to it.
I heard last week that they're talking about 7 teams maybe getting relegated for the league, and there's no really a guarantee of promotion as well, because you've got playoffs and all that to try and get it awarded. So it's going to be a really competitive league this season.
Aye, definitely. I think that was the trim league. I think to get the 7 down. So it's going to be difficult. I mean, finishing if you're in a dogfight down there and you're finishing seventh bottom of the league, you think you've done all right, and you're getting relegated. So it's going to be really tough, and it's going to be tough for us because there's a lot of competitive teams. We'll be looking to aim for the top of the table. There's a lot of teams, you know what I mean, they're strengthening. You've obviously got Talbot, the usual, and then you've got your Davils, and you've got Bees, and you've got your Glen Aftons, all that kind of stuff, and there's always a kind of surprise team as well coming up. So it's going to be really competitive, and it's going to be really interesting.
It's going to be, well, obviously the opportunity now for Pollock to get in. I know a lot of people are happy being in the juniors, but the chance to get into the Lowland League and then maybe into the 3rd division and things like that, it's an opportunity you can't really pass up, I think.
I mean, at the start I was kind of like, the bigger junior teams like to compete for stuff, so they're competing every year, you know, when this for the Scottish Cup and for the league, and I just thought if you're going into this Lowland, it's going to be so hard to get up and then get into the leagues. But now that I've kind of sat back and I've kind of read up about it, and I've looked at other teams, people's opinions and kind of perspective on it, it is exciting. Like, obviously it's a long way away, but in 10 years time or something like that, imagine a Pollock or something like that in the actual leagues and SPFL, and it's exciting.
Well, that'll do enough for now. So just to wrap up, hope you have a good season and the season ahead, and Pollock going to better stuff.
Hopefully we can get up there challenging, and we can stay injury free this year, and then just see how we go.